Go ahead. You roll.
You rolling? All right. We back at it. We'll get into some arms today. Back doing some redemption style of training. We getting older, we getting out of shape. It's time to get our health back. So what I want to focus on doing today, we're just gonna do some arms, light work. It's been a while since we've really been in the gym hitting it hard. We want to start tiptoeing ourselves back into it. We're getting older, and the older you get, the least likely you're gonna be able to jump back in it like you never left it. You know, you gotta kind of massage that baby. So what I got in plan today is we're gonna do some triceps and biceps. I just recently heard a good philosophy, in my opinion, where you want to do your triceps first before your biceps. Because if you look at your arm, if your bicep get pumped, then you can't fully extend your tricep to get a good tricep work. So you do your tricep first, then you get to your biceps. But triceps, what we have in store, I'm gonna give you some good warm-ups with some push downs, tricep extensions or tricep push down. We rigged up a little thing, almost like we got a lat pull for the triceps. So we're gonna use this for some triceps, for some push downs. And after that, I'm gonna get into some skull crushers. I'm gonna do a few sets of skull crushers. 3 sets of 10 reps. With the push downs, I'm gonna do 3 to 5 sets of 10 to 15 reps per set. Probably 20 reps maybe. Try to get good and warmed up. When you look at your arm, the long head is what gives you most of the sweep and the look on your triceps. So I focus more on my overhead extending with triceps because that works more your long head of your tricep. So that's why I'm gonna be doing these skull crushers. They work more the long head than they do the short head, which is the outer head. And then I'm gonna finish up with just 3 sets to failure with modified standing skull crushers, and you'll see how I execute those with the standard bar. And for biceps, I'm gonna get into my bicep routine with just 3 sets of 21s, and then I'm gonna do some either standing or sitting concentrated curls, and then I'm gonna do some heavy hammer curls. With bicep training, I think it's important that you never leave out hammer curls. I always focus on hammer curls because hammer curls work more your forearm and radius brachialis, makes your arm look bigger from all angles. So with all ado, we start. All right. We ready? Rolling? All right, now we're getting into it. Start off with these tricep push down. We're gonna do 3 sets of 10 to 20 reps. I can get carried away sometimes. Sometimes that burn get to happening and it start feeling good. Get myself oriented. Had to make this up on the fly. It's 20. It's always important whenever you're doing anything, getting you a good rhythm of breathing. And we're gonna be taking 1-minute rest breaks in between these because we're going for an effect that's gonna burn more calories, more fat over time. I'll tell you one thing that's different, Mario, and that's not having mirrors.
Mm-hmm. Working out here?
Yep. There you go. It took that second set to come around.
Nice time, feel it?
Yeah. With a good squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
That good squeeze, not just moving around. That's one thing that you can't get away from, fucking messing around with these bands. You can't get away from squeezing. The band's gonna squeeze it for you. Oh, don't hit start my break. 1 minute rest periods, and we right back on it. Yeah. I might start down so it'll give me a little bit more tension. good money right there. Like, 20 was a lot. We don't stick to that 3 sets 10. We stick to 3. We stick to half a minute sets and reps to take to get the job done.
I heard it did. Fitness boss, baby.
Stretch it. Yeah. Yeah. I forget how hard they are like that. Never mind the grunt, y'all. That's just me breathing. That's how I remind myself to breathe. Skull crushers are truly hard when you come to your skull. All the folks, they say, do them back here and keep your elbows back. And it actually makes it a little easier. Yep. Yeah. For what? For incrimination, if anything. Ah, right.
Yeah, we're gonna cut that out.
What? Yeah.
We ain't no haters over here.
Talking about this shit, yeah. I feel it. I swear. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, pump out 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come on, pump it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right there. That's what I need. Closer. There we go. Two more. Come on, get it up. There you go.
Man, getting a good tricep pump.
Whoo. Yeah, if we still rolling, you will see one of the important things about this movement right here is you get a real good stretch and a real good contraction. Cause you kind of plunge in on your way in. And then when you get yourself up, especially the further you get toward the top of the set, oh yeah, you working. And then if you're controlling that movement, then if you're controlling it, you really get some good money. All right. One way to tell you that is about a pump. And that's 10. All right. Good old back arms. Hey Mario, we made a difference between you doing the grip like this. Come on. Try to we get there in the grip like this. Come on. Come on, 2 more. Breathe. Squeeze. Woo! Good money. And And that concludes us for the tricep portion of this workout. Next, we're gonna get into these biceps. We gotta get them on, man. KD flat. We need this to come up. So my wrist break over. I'm gonna get right into my first movement for biceps. And for those, I'm gonna be warming up my biceps with 3 sets of 21s. With a medium weight. Something I know I can handle for 3 sets of 21.
Oh, that's why you saying 7 more than once. Okay, I guess.
Huh? Alright.
Now I wonder, I kept hearing you say 7. So you do 7 low, 7 high, 7 full range of motion?
Right,
okay,
right.
Yeah.
That's your classic 20, that's your classic bicep 21.
Yeah.
You can do it on any movement.
Yeah, I fuck with them. Yeah, hey, you know what? That's dope. Yeah, we should start doing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do them in squat sometimes. Hey, y'all, don't never mind our weights here. It's garage gym. You get it how you live. We compare these weights from all over the place. These weights come from literally, I can't even tell you how many sources these weights come from. And we ain't even got a lot of weights. They just go to show you. You see people working out in their gyms and in the backyards, they be got their hands on all kind of stuff. Some of it bought, some of it caught. Slipping it is. Next set, let's get into it. It's important when you're doing bicep curls to make sure you squeeze your bicep. You essentially, just like any muscle, when you're working it, you want to flex the muscle when you contract it.
Mind muscle connection. Remember that.
That's why when you hear people say squeeze, they mean squeeze literally. This is me using my arm with no resistance to make a muscle. All weight is resistance. The way you get stronger, build bigger muscles, and increase your strength and endurance is by squeezing the muscle under more and more resistance over time. Last set of these.
Hit that shit, man. It's the old jailhouse workout you doing right now. Was it Mike Rashid or Kelly Muscle who first was talking about 21? Where you get this shit from?
Shit, I've been doing 21 honestly since I was about 10 years old. This is the first bicep curl I've learned how to do. Oh, this joke heavier than I thought. But that's okay. I'm gonna make it work. Come on. A little bit too heavy. Can't be ashamed. Can't be ashamed. It's concentration. When you're doing anything, whenever you what's the word? Isolate the muscle, you're not gonna be able to move that much weight. Because all you got is just that muscle. I'm gonna show you the difference. I'm gonna explain to you the difference between a compound movement and an isolated movement. Compound movement, I was standing up. My shoulders was kind of helping me use. But now, I'm just using just this, by me making the concentration curl, I'm taking my shoulder out the equation, I'm using just straight bicep. That's better.
Squeeze.
The one reason why I keep my other hand, my free hand on my muscle. Reminding me to make sure I'm squeezing that muscle. One thing I try to do when I do my concentration curls, I try to keep my palm flat and not rounded straight like this. Keep it flat the whole movement. Man, kind of like twisting my pinky to the sky.
Free game.
One cool thing about concentration curls is, even though it's finna kind of seem like I'm not taking as long as a rest break, don't need to. This arm was resting while this arm was working. So I'm getting right back into it. It's been about 15 seconds since I put that weight down. I'm gonna pick back up because the set only takes about 15 to 20 seconds to begin with. One for the good. It's a hell of a lot weaker than my left arm. Squeeze. You cut off.
I wanna see that shit. I wanna see this man hurting. How you feeling, dog?
Feel good,
Talk
man.
on this shit. Talk on.
Feel good. I wanna know. But we got access nowadays to sports therapy and stuff. And I'm gonna get back to get my deep tissue massages. And I'm gonna find me good chiropractor to go visit every so often. Cause I wanna find out what my right arm so weak. It might be some kind of imbalance. I might be having a nerve issue, you never know. A lot of times we don't be knowing what's going on with us. And we don't have the knowledge to understand by ourselves. That's why it's important to seek out help.
Wow.
Whenever you have a problem,
you could just self-diagnose yourself.
Yeah, if you feel a dummy.
Hey man, we all did it before. Man.
Yeah, we all do.
That's why I try not to go to Google. I don't Google, sit on Google.
It's important to see the doctor anyway, man. You know, it's a bad misconception in America because, anyway, we're not gonna talk about that.
But now you type this shit in on Google if you want to. My head, then you about to die.
It's all about the squeeze and that. And that nigga. Man, I got a whole nother movement to do biceps, don't I?
What you doing, just arms?
Yeah, just arms. You gonna do arms today. The first video was shoulders. It was a good shoulder workout. See, this arm got a pump, man. This arm ain't got a pump like that.
How many more you got? One more?
The other leg set.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, the last exercise, I'm gonna get to some heavy hammer curls. Hammer curls are very important for the development of your forearms. Radial brachialis is the outside muscle on your bicep. Make your arm look big from the outside. Some people do theirs, but we do hammer curls two different ways. I'm gonna try through here, and in the second and third sets, I'm gonna stick to the first way that I went. Just make it heavy. I'll probably just switch it. Whenever you do hammer curls, you want to do them just heavy because you got a lot more muscles using more muscles. When you're doing a regular curl with your hands, let me see, that's pronated, supinated. Is that right?
You asking YouTube?
I'm asking you. Mr.
He
Nasty
talking
certified.
YouTube.
I forget. There's a lot of blood going from my brain. I ain't the smartest when I'm lifting. I know this stuff on normal occasions. I know this stuff. But anyway, with this kind of grip, you got a good focus on
I hurt.
And shoulders are very important. Good strong lungs, good strong shoulders, and your shoulders should have a stable. You can have good stabilizers, good strong stabilizing muscles in your shoulders, and they won't get taxed too much on your push-pull days. So I was just telling Mario when you stepped out, we in our training in the past we really neglected our arms and shoulders. That's something that we really intend on correcting this time around. That's it. Huh? Yeah, we suffer from it. I'm going more.
Is that all you doing?
That's the end of the workout. All right, all in all, today was a good workout. We're getting back to it one day at a time, one step at a time. I banged out some arms. I started off, I did 3 sets. I did 3 movements, 3 sets with moderate rep range between 10 to 20 reps. I started off with some tricep push downs. I used some resistance bands and a close grip, like you would see on a cable row machine, on a seated row machine, one of those close grips. I used that because that's all we had to use. So I used that for my tricep push downs to warm up my triceps, and then I followed that up. My second movement was skull crushers. I did 3 sets of 10, supersetting those with 10 reps of close grip presses. Just straight from the skull crusher straight to the press. That's a very simple way that I've been doing it for, what am I, 35 now? For about 25 years, 25 years. I started lifting weights when I was about 12 years old or so. My dad bought my first, if y'all remember, if anybody watched this, remember Solar Flex. It was made by Norditrack. I know y'all know who Norditrack is, but it was a Solar Flex knockoff named Mega Flex, but it was the exact same type of apparatus. It was band loaded, and we still got it. And I'm gonna get back to working out on it too. It offers some real good workout potential. You can get real good workout potential using bands. But those skull crushers, like I said, it's been a staple exercise of mine, and I've been able to get a lot of gains from doing those and incorporating them into my regimen. So after the skull crusher and the superset, I did body weight elevated tricep extensions with a bar, and all I just used was just a typical lifting bar that you would use for bench pressing or squatting or cleans or anything like that, military pressing and those type of movements. Just a standard 45-pound barbell. I put those up on the rack. I put it up on the rack as you can see behind me, and I proceeded to bang those out. I did those 3 sets of 10 as well. Now, I'm just now getting started to things, and I thought I was gonna be able to get about 20 reps out of those, but by the time I got a good pump in my triceps, and after those heavy skull crushers, because it's a good compound movement, you can go kind of heavy on those skull crushers. After those skull crushers, my triceps are pretty taxed out. I'm on the lower end of fitness at the moment. At the current time, I'm about 220 pounds. I got a body fat percentage around 25 to 30%. I'm borderline obese, even though it doesn't look like it. I just, what we call carry it well. But I'm trying to turn those numbers around. I want to keep my weight fairly the same. I'm still going to lose some weight, but my main focus is to lose me some body fat. And lose me get down to between 10 and 15% body fat. Get rid of this here real good. But more importantly, I want to regain a lot of my lost strength and muscle density and muscle tone. Basically saying I want to get back in shape, but this is where we started. Now, in the past, we didn't do a good job with training our arms and shoulders. That's why I started we started out, our first video that we made, it was a shoulder workout. This next one is an arm workout. We're going to incorporate more calisthenics and more cardiovascular exercise in our regimens now. Like I said, we're getting older. I'm thinking more about my health when my health is more important to me now than just the size of my muscles. And trust me, in the process, the muscle gonna come. So it's a marathon. It's not a sprint anymore. You know, when you're young and you full of your ego and your testosterone high and it's got your mind blown half the time, you rushing into everything. When I'm getting a little older and the older I get, the more I understand and the more patience that the good Lord grace me with, then, you know, I'm starting to understand that this life that we live is more of a marathon. So this is how I'm gonna take this fitness journey as well. So after the triceps, I got into some biceps. I did another big staple. The first bicep exercise that I learned, other than just picking up some dumbbells and curling them, was 21s. Very basic, old school. I'm talking about old school bicep movement. After those 21s, I got into some seated, concentration curls. I thought I was a little bit younger than I thought I was, and I loaded a little bit too much on it, on the bar, and couldn't get my targeted three reps, 3 sets of 10. So I had to kick my ego out the garage and drop that weight. That's important. So I got 3 sets of 10 with the concentration curls, and then after the concentration curls, I loaded the bar back up and did some good hammer curls. And from my understanding, from what I've always studied through bodybuilding and following bodybuilding throughout my life, is that when you're doing a movement like a hammer curl where you got more than one muscle group that's going to be controlling that weight, you can load up on that weight a little bit more and you can get more out of it. You can add a little bit more resistance. So that's what I did. I added a little bit more weight on it, and I was able to get my three sets of 10. Not easy at all, because I had started getting pumped. When you start getting pumped in, it's gonna start bringing your strength down. And I was able to get through those 3 sets, and each set was a little bit more challenging than the last, and I was able to finish my workout. And I was able to finish it and feel good about it. So that's all we got for today. In today's clip, it's all about getting in there, getting started, feeling good about it. It's no such thing as a bad workout. Every workout that you do is worth it, and it's one step closer to your goal and one step further away from where you started. So with that being said, I love y'all. I love those who love me. I love the word. God bless you, and good night.